I miss this car. Cool startup, 2006 Mustang GT. I miss this car. I miss this car so much. As much as I love the Spyder, and the Spyder is amazing, it just does not have this power. You know, everyone knows that the Spyder is a very underpowered car, but you know, we make do. This is my old ride, which I ended up selling to my dad before I purchased my MR2 Spyder. You know, this car has so much power. I think the Spyder is a much well-rounded car, but you just don't have that like raw umph. Like everyone knows that the Spyder, you know, it's just like it's missing, you know, some zazz there. You know, that this car definitely has, but I mean, it handles like a tank, like a whale. Like, I mean, it doesn't handle. But yeah, to give you guys updates on the Spyder. So some of you are aware, my MR2 Spyder had some serious damage on the soft top, and I was in the process of trying to get that soft top repaired. And I decided to go with the Robbins cloth top, and I wanted to get an authorized installer to put it on to make sure it didn't have any hassles. Because the top was so expensive, it's about $800 or so, I didn't want to risk, you know, cheaping out and picking the lowest bid, because I'm like, I've already spent all this money, let me spend this money to make sure that it's done right, and to make sure, you know, I was planning on taking this trip down to Louisiana. It's like, I wanted to make sure that the car was ready and I could drive it down. So long story short, you know, you don't always get what you pay for. You know, I have this video here that you guys can see, and they did not properly, you know, mount my top. You know, there's these brackets and these mounts that were supposed to be installed, and they didn't install them. Like, the bolts were completely missing from the holes. Thankfully, the upholsterer, you know, realized that this was a mistake. He realized it was unacceptable. And he, you know, ended up getting it fixed. But what that resulted in is kind of throwing off all my travel arrangements, which really isn't all that important. But long story short, ended up flying down to Louisiana instead of driving like I planned. But I don't have the car, obviously, because the car's back in DC. But I wanted to give you guys kind of like my first thoughts with the Robbins top, you know. And I think the Robbins top is like super high quality. It's very nice. Like, whenever you see it, you know, you think that this is something that, you know, belongs on a Porsche or something like that. But what I will say is that for those of you who have experienced having the standard vinyl top that comes with Toyota, it's like there's some type of armor or some type of shield inside that vinyl top, such that someone can't really cut directly into your car, right? If they tried to cut through your soft top, they'd hit like a lot of resistance, and at most maybe they'd only able to get like an arm in or something like that. It'd just be very difficult and very uncomfortable. Like, Toyota had some type of anti-theft skeleton in there or whatnot. With the Robbins top, it's not like that at all. Like, it's not like that at all. Someone can just take a pocket knife, slice that top, and then they just be right in the car. Honestly, outside of that, I don't have much to say about the top. I didn't get to spend, you know, much time with it. I basically got the car, parked it, and then, you know, headed to the airport to try to get here. Again, don't want to travel, especially by airplane this time, but, you know, it's a family, you know, emergency that I had to be here. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the update I have for you guys on the MR2 Spyder. I will say that for years, I've always wanted to do, you know, a Veilside MR2 project, and it is finally happening. In January, I will finally be beginning my Veilside project on my MR2 Spyder, and, you know, it's going to be glorious. I've, you know, budgeted for this, I'm prepared for this, and it's actually going to happen. There's been a couple bumps along the road as I start finalizing all the stuff to make sure that, you know, I'm coming in with an appropriate budget, and I'll share that with you guys in future videos. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I know some of you guys asked for a more detailed look at the top, and you know, I'll give you that in like a week or two's time when I'm back in DC. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. I like to do video game stuff, and for the next couple of months, there's going to be a lot of car content here too. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. See you around.